Holy shit, it's been 8 years. Anyhow, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Lippet. Got a video today, some MTG Arena. I sadly lost the intro, so you just get this nice black screen when we start up. Anyway, going into the game, it's me playing my Miirym deck versus Aims for Her Face. He's playing Minsc and Boo. Timeless Heroes, I do believe is his name. I've mulligan on my first for free, and I take the second as I have a Thriving Grove I can choose red for, taps for green regularly. Then I have blue and green as well mana in my hand, as well as some good follow-ups, a little bit of damage dealing in the start with the Thundering Rebuke, I believe. I got an Ancient Copper Dragon, so I don't need to search for that later on once I get Miirym out. Then I got a lower Luma Speaker Elf, which can sort of be a blocker in this early game, as well as create me a 3/3 elemental creature with haste to do a little bit of damage at the start. So I put my Land of War Luma Speaker out. He plays another mountain for turn, playing a Lotus Cobra. I know the Lotus Cobra, as you play a land, it gets to an extra mana, so I'm going to deal with that right at the bat. Prophetic Prism to draw a card, then I'm going to follow up with a land and Thundering Rebuke on the Lotus Cobra, deal the 4 damage and get rid of that before it gets to be an issue. The opponent's turn. I believe he plays another land here and passes. I then play a mountain for turn and do my little Loom Speaker ability of creating the 3/3 elemental with haste. Get a little early game damage in. And once I do my damage to him, it becomes his turn. Plays a land and thinks for a bit on what to do. Eventually playing a Renetta, Call to the Hunt, which gives his creatures +1/+1 when they come into combat, come onto the field. I play my land for turn, bringing out Miirym as I have enough mana to do so, and I want to start doubling up my dragons. Then becomes his turn again. He plays another land and thinks for a bit on what to do, as Miirym is a bit of a threatening foe to go up against. Bringing out an Elder Gargaroth. I play a forest for turn, bringing out my Ancient Copper Dragon, which then gets doubled by Miirym. I then ponder for a few minutes, thinking if it's worth it to swing with Miirym, realizing that his Elder Gargaroth has reach and it would just be a death sentence for my Miirym. I decided to pass the turn. Going back to his turn, he plays the land and ponders for a second before bringing in his commander, Minsc and Boo. Minsc and Boo has a nice little intro speech that I'm going to stay silent for when he comes out. You can hear the enjoyment.
Boo and I are ready to rumble!
He then upticks Minsc
Bigger is
on Boo.
always
Decides, I believe, to pass the turn, as it wouldn't really be beneficial for him to swing at me at this point, as I have many blockers. And I could double block if I wanted to. I get an Earthquake Dragon for turn as my draw, which is probably the best creature I could have gotten in this scenario to help me deal with his 7/7 reach. Not so much for attacking wise, but more for if he swings at me I can block. I then play my Red Dragon, which will do 4 damage, doubled up by Miirym's ability, of course, causing a total of 8 damage directly to him, which will help me sort of wind his life total down a bit, just in case he has any other tricks up his sleeve. Thankfully, he doesn't have a board wipe. It's not really too common of a kind of card to have in a red or green deck. Could have happened, but thankfully didn't. I ponder if I want to attack, likely choosing not to, as I don't want to send my dragons into the possibility of dying to his Gargaroth. So I cancel my attacks and pass the turn back to him. He then decides to downtick his Minsc, which will then sacrifice his Renetta, dealing 7 damage to a creature of his choice, being Miirym, of course. I think it was a little too late of a move to play to take out my Miirym. It's kind of already done the damage it needed to. He's kind of fighting for his life here, though, so I don't entirely blame him. It was a valiant effort, we will say. Pays for the ward on Miirym, therefore destroying it. I also believe I still have enough mana to bring him back next turn anyhow. So I put him back in my command zone. Wait to see if he's going to swing, which still wouldn't be very ideal for him to do. He then plays Seiju, reaches skyward. Searches his library for 2 basic land cards, the same name, both being forced. Deciding to attack with his Gargaroth. I think drawing the card from the ability. I logically block with my Earthquake Dragon. He then says good game and accepts his defeat. Anyhow guys, I hope you liked this video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Also make sure to subscribe for more. I do plan to post many more MTG videos. It's been game of choice recently. Hope you've enjoyed. I've been Lippet. Have a great day.